In a major development, a U.S. aviation safety group has alleged that the Boeing 787 Dreamliner that crashed in India last year suffered multiple technical failures prior to the accident, including an in-flight fire as well as some technical issues. The claims have been reported by multiple news agencies even as the official investigation into the crash remains ongoing. Remember, the Air India aircraft went down shortly after takeoff from Ahmedabad on June 12th last year while flying to London, killing 260 people. India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau is leading the probe with participation from U.S. authorities. Now, according to the report, the Foundation for Aviation Safety has submitted a presentation to a U.S. Senate subcommittee claiming its findings are based on internal documents. The group alleges the aircraft experienced engineering, manufacturing and maintenance issues from its very first day in service. The claims include repeated electronics and software faults, wiring damage, power failures and overheating of electrical components. The group also alleges that in Jan of 2022, the aircraft suffered a fire in a high-voltage power distribution panel during descent into Frankfurt, requiring the unit to be replaced after landing. Remember, the story was broken by News9's Sabyasachi Chowdhury yesterday evening, and we have Sabyasachi joining us live now. Sabya, just help our viewers understand all that we heard as part of the initial reports that came after the probe was underway was that it could have potentially been pilot error. Now, we had pilot bodies also up in arms and the family of the deceased pilot also saying that a thorough investigation must be done. What we are picking up now is that it was potentially technical failure that could have brought down AI-171.
Well, that's right. See, the U.S. body has reached out to the U.S. Senate. They have given a detailed presentation to the U.S. Senate, and they claim that they have secret documents as far as the aircraft's history is concerned. Now, for our viewers, to simplify things, what the whistleblower have told the U.S. Senate. Now, they say that this plane had problem from the very first day it joined Air India in 2014. Now, the whistleblower also says that there were many issues for more than 10 years. Wires getting damaged, short circuit, parts overheating, smoke fumes in the plane, circuit breakers tripping a lot, like fuses blowing, software faults and loss of power. Now, what is important to note that in 2022, the whistleblower says that there was a real fire in an important power box. Now, it burned badly and had to be replaced completely. Now, other Boeing 787 planes around the world also had similar problems too, and they think that these are hidden built-in weaknesses and that Boeing and other knew about it, but they did not fix them properly. Now, the whistleblowers say that they have given the official report. They say that the official report is unfair and incomplete. Now, what is the official report that they are referring is the preliminary report by the AIB, which says that the loss of power happened because of the power control switch was turned off. In fact, they released audio where one of the pilots says that, did you turned off the fuel control switch? The captain says that I did not, and the power did not, the fuel did not reach both the engines, and then the crash happened. Now, they say, the whistleblower say that this might hide real plane problems, and they call it possible part of a cover-up. Now, this is a major allegation which has been leveled against AIB as well as the regulator DGCA by the whistleblower, and they want proper and transparent investigation. Now, this particular point has not only raised by this particular US group or the whistleblower, this in fact has been raised by various pilot associations across the country as well as the family members of the pilot and the co-pilot who have lost their life. So they also have raised this concern that there has to be some other reason. You cannot blame the pilot completely for this crash.
Absolutely. Very quickly, Sabyasachi, help our viewers understand in case it was a technical issue. See, aircrafts find technical issues and those technical issues get fixed and the aircraft becomes flyworthy again. Now, if these allegations were to indeed be true, then how much of the buck stops at the manufacturer, which is Boeing, and how much of it would potentially fall on Air India, whose responsibility was to ensure that the aircraft was maintained and in flyworthy condition?
Well, that's right. It's the job of the Air India to make sure that the maintenance happen properly. Now, as per the DGCA rules, if there is technical fault, you have to immediately inform the regulator, that is the DGCA. Now, looking at the magnitude of the technical fault, then the DGCA will decide whether the aircraft can return to functioning immediately or whether it will take some time.
Right.
So, whether all these steps were taken will be under scrutiny, but Ram Mohan Naidu, the minister, had already confirmed that the investigation is going on the right track, and very soon we'll see the exact report coming in from the AIB. But this particular point has been raised time and again by US. Different bodies have come out and they have filed petition in the US court for asking that there should be a transparent investigation as far as the crash is concerned.
All right, Sabyasachi, Roy Chowdhury, thank you so much for your input on that story.